Okay, boys and girls, go ahead and get your math books out. Okay, we are on page 331, and up at the very top it says Unit 5, Lesson 17. And just looking ahead, boys and girls, I just want to tell you that we are almost done with this math book. There are 22 lessons, I think, in all. Let me double check that. 23 lessons. So let's see. So we're on 17. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We have 5 more lessons. And then, whoo, that's like huge celebration. So that's really good news. And I know you guys have been hanging in there and doing it with me. So that's a huge accomplishment. So 5 more lessons. Okay, so let's take a look. Read, put your finger on the first word. We're on page 331. Okay, it says write the numbers and compare them. Okay, we did this yesterday, so we know what we're talking about. Write G for greater and L for less. And draw more to make the groups equal. Okay. Draw more to make the groups equal. So let's take a look at the first one. They did a nice little example for us. So let's put our finger on number 1. So we're going to count the yellow boxes that are there. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And they wrote number 4 there. So that's the first thing we have to do. We have to count and write the number. Okay. And then we count down below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's the number 6. Okay, so then we have to decide, okay, we have 4, we have 6, which one is greater and which one is less? And when now ignore that these little boxes they did there, because that's the next step. But just looking at the yellow boxes, we can subitize with our eyes which ones are more, which ones are less, which is greater, which is less. We can also look at the numbers and we can use our smarts, our skills, and we know that 4 is less than 6, okay? So they worked it out and they said, yes, 4 is an L for less and 6 is G for great, okay? Again, like yesterday, we had to do lots of different steps together. So the next step is to make these equal, okay? So how many more do I need to add to make these equal? Well, and you know what I'm gonna do? Even though they didn't do it, I'm gonna draw a line like we did yesterday. Okay, and then I can see, easily, I need to draw 2 more rectangles, and we did, or they did, okay? So let's do number 2 together, okay? And then they change a little bit. So if we're going to count our red circles, and there's a lot, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna write 8. Now, can I subitize how many is down below? I know that I have 8 here, and if I take a look, I have 1 more down below. So if I know this is 8, can I subitize and know then and use my skills? How many do I have down here? I have 9. If I have 8 here and I have 1 more, the next number after 8 is 9. But we can count them as well. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So, boys and girls, which number is less? 8. And which number is greater? 9. You know that. Okay, now remember, I need to add a shape to make them equal. That means they are the same. And so what I'm doing here is I'm drawing my lines to match it up. And I can see, yep, I just need to add 1 more. And if you have a red crayon, That makes it even better. All right, you do the next one. Now look, they're changing the directions on us, so let's read it down below. Write the numbers and compare them. Okay, we've been doing that. Write G for greater and L for less. Subtract, which means cross out to make groups equal. All right, so let's put our finger on number 4 and let's do it together. So we got to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And how many do I have down here? Can you subitize? I have 4. Okay. Which number is greater? Which number is less? I think I can hear you all saying 7 is greater, 4 is less. Okay, now, so we have to count, then we have to label it, G or L, and now we have to cross out and subtract shapes. So, again, I'm going to do my line to line, shape to shape comparison. It makes it really easy for me to see, yep, these are the ones that I have to subtract, okay? So I'm going to put an X on those. Okay, now why are we doing this? Okay, so you're going to continue doing that for down here. But what is that telling us? Okay, what it's telling us, and it all goes back to your addition and subtraction. It's telling us that if I start with 7 and I take away 4, how many do I have left? 3. Just like up here, we're still doing math. What did we learn with number 2? If I have 8, I need to add 1 more to get 9. So 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. Addition, subtraction. It's another way for our brain to think about it. Another way. And also number partners. I know that 8 plus 1 equals 9, so 8 and 1 are number partners for 9, okay? Now, let's turn to the next page, okay? There are 2 parts, so I'll explain it quickly. Put your finger on the first word up above. Compare the numbers. Write G if the first number is greater than the second number. Write L if the first number is less than the second number. Write E if the numbers are equal. Okay, so let's go back. Write G, I'm going to circle that. And then on the next line it says write L, I'm going to circle that. And write E, I'm going to circle my E. Okay, so I have to do 3 things. I have to compare my numbers, and then I have to decode, decipher. In my comparison, I have to know how are these numbers related, okay? So the first one they did, super easy. We could have done this one. So this is my first number. This is my second number, okay? So I have to look at my first number, and is my first number greater than the second number? Is my first number less than the second number? Is my first number equal to the second number? Yeah. Okay. So we write E. And boys and girls, these letters should be capital, okay? Because they're symbols for the words greater, less, and equal, okay? Now let's do the next one, and then I'm going to let you go do the rest. Okay, here's our first number. Here's our second number. Is 7 greater than the second number? Is this number greater than this number? Yes. So what letter do I write? G. And I'm done. So go through and ask yourself those 3 questions, okay? Is the first number greater than the second number? If it is not, you keep going. Is the first number less than the second number? Or are they equal? So 3 questions you have to go through. Okay, now let's pop down here and look at Puzzled Penguin. He always needs help. It says, look at Puzzled Penguin's answers. Help Puzzled Penguin. Is he correct? Okay, he's doing the same thing. 6 and 4. Is 6 less than 4? No, it should be what? What should it be? I want you to grade Puzzle Penguin, grade and correct Puzzle Penguin down below, okay? And that's your assignment for today. Click.